Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. You guys know what time it is. It is Tuesday. So I just want to remind everyone that if you want to talk to me or my guest today, LVonne, that you put in the Unapologetically Me page. We will be able to see your comments. We will be able to answer your questions. Hello, Diane, one of our fans who has been here for almost every show. Actually, guys, I think Diane is coming on next week. So if she's going to be on the show, who's going to be our number one fan? But anyway, happy Tuesday. The weather is gorgeous. It is beautiful outside. So I hope that you guys are getting outside, doing something to take your mind off of what's going on in the world today. You know, we have no control over anything. So the only thing that we can do is just wish for the best and, try to make this world a better place for our young people. But speaking about young people and children, we have a great guest today. Her name is LVonne McMillan, and I made sure I asked her how to pronounce her name because you guys know me and names, we're just not friendly people. So I always mess up people's names, and it's done with love. It's something I've been doing all my life. I'm working on it. But we have a great guest today, and I want her to talk more about her organization, Advocate for Me, what she's doing with families, what she's doing with children. Children and animals are dear to my heart, so I can't wait for you guys to hear about her cause. So enough about that. And today, as you can see, the hair is a little different. Hey, I decided to do something different. The blow drying, it's getting to that point now where that's getting ready to go out. We're just going to be doing a natural. Shout out to E and Company, beautiful hair care products and skin products, natural. I have this beautiful pina colada cream in my hair, which just as you can see, just defined my curls and everything. So I'm excited about that. But it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about my guest. So I'm going to bring in LVonne, and we're going to have a little conversation here. So hold on, guys. Hey, LVonne, welcome.
Hey, great afternoon. Great afternoon, everyone.
Yes, I am so glad that you are here. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. So, LVonne, tell us, first of all, a little bit about you and how the thought of your organization, Advocate for Me, came about.
So, great afternoon, everyone. My name is LVonne McMillan. I'm the founder and CEO of Advocate for Me in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I am the mother of two. My oldest was born 28 weeks premature. He is now 13, but he pretty much started my advocacy journey. He was in a NICU for 101 days. He came home from the hospital with a Brady monitor. And just from that experience, from day one, I was advocating for him in the NICU. Once he came home from the hospital, I was advocating for him. And then he was about 6 months. They said that he needed to receive early intervention services. And so he got evaluated, and the team were coming out to help him. And they kept saying I was really good at working with the strategies with him and helping him out. And then when he was about 3, they said that he needed a feeding tube. And so I left my position as a lead teacher and had started working part-time in early intervention. And so just working with him and, being his advocate. And then later on, I was at a meeting with the family, and one of the mother's children were getting diagnosed at the time at the IEP meeting. And they were, they told her that her son was on the autism spectrum disorder. And, that was the first time I had experienced watching it firsthand. I've heard, parents share their stories afterwards. But when I was at that table and I was the child's special instructor, I said, well, who's there for the parents? Who's there for the mom and the dads that are receiving these diagnoses? And being able to provide them with resources and advocacy. And so that pretty much started the drive to turn Advocate for Me into a business. And it's also a chapter in Women Thriving Fearlessly, a collaboration book with Erica Gilchrist. The title of my chapter was Advocate for Me. So when I came home and sitting at that table with that family, it was a burning desire to turn it into a business.
Wow. You know what? That's amazing. That is amazing. First of all, I want to applaud you because I come from a medical background of over 25 years. When I went to school for nursing, one of my rotations was at CHOP. And let me tell you something. Children, it's just not easy. Those little guys, especially if they sick, a lot of them, even though they're sick, they don't really know how sick they are. And it takes special people like you to, first of all, let people know that there is an awareness, okay? And there are a lot of parents out there, families out there, and you probably know the statistics a lot more than I do, who deal with children with special needs. And it's not easy. It's very draining on the family. It's very draining on your finances. But I like the fact that you said, hey, how many other people are out here like me that need help, that need resources, and that you were able to fund and found Advocate for Me. So, LVonne, I wanted to tell people, how did you and I meet?
Well, that was divine intervention right there of how we met. So we met, they were having the business Met Week.
Mhm.
And so I joined one of the Zoom meetings, and Felicia was the host, and she was talking about crowdfunding. And so I was there for the event, and then she did a raffle drawing, and the first person she picked was not there. And then she said, well, okay, well, she's not here, so I'm going to pick the next person. And I was the next person. And so
Yeah.
I got to get my raffle drawing was 5 free coaching sessions with Felicia. And then she is just absolutely amazing
Oh,
with helping me move forward with the business, and just in general giving me so much feedback and resources that I can use now and during
mhm,
a pandemic, because
mhm,
we were
mhm.
right in the middle of the pandemic when we met, and just being able to gain access to those resources, and everything that she sent me has definitely been working out for us.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And yes, you were the winner of the 5 hours of coaching. And let me tell you about this, guys. I knew she was serious about what it is that she was doing and wanted to do, because let me tell you, before I even had, hey, Vicky, thanks for joining us. Before I even had the opportunity to reach out to LVonne to say, hey, send me your schedule, what time, what days, she had already inboxed me. She already told me what days she was available. She told me the time she was available, and it was just flawless. I mean, she showed up or every week, or it was every week or once a month, or
Yeah, well, we did every week up until like the end of that month, and then we did like one in the following month. Yeah.
yeah. So she showed up for all her appointments. She was on time and she was ready. And I knew. And I said to her, I said, I give you the same treatment as if someone was paying me to do what it is that I needed to do for you to help you move your business forward. So I'm glad to hear that I'm hearing a feedback, guys. I'm sorry if you're hearing that. I don't know what's going on today with my audio, but just bear with me. So I'm glad to hear that things panned out, that you're doing well. I mean, I see you. We're friends on Facebook. You're in my group. So I see what you're doing as far as with Advocate for Me. So when you came to me, you were looking for a building to host your events, to do your programs. So tell us a little bit about that, where your building is, what some of your programs are, and what you're doing with the kids.
Yes. When we met, I was in the process of actually, me and my children were in the process of moving and then looking for a space for Advocate for Me. And so I went to a location in West Philadelphia near Belmont and Girard, and God blessed us with both in one building. So we were able to move into the apartment upstairs, and there was a storefront downstairs. So being a single mom, I was like, I don't know if I could, afford both of them, but I just jumped at the opportunity, and I reached out to family and friends, and used the crowdfunding, one of the crowdfunding campaigns that Felicia had shared with us that night. And lo and behold, we were able to get the keys to the storefront December the 18th. So that was the best Christmas present ever.
Oh,
and
awesome.
and so we got our keys. And so originally the plan is to do an inclusive after school program for children in the West Philadelphia area. Due to the pandemic, I'm doing other opportunities, other activities. So right now we're focusing on self-care for the moms. We just recently we sponsored 5 moms to have a traveling massage therapist come. And three out of the 5 moms was able to come, and so they got their massages. So we did self-care for them. And then this Sunday, we'll be doing the Autism Moms Night Out luncheon for 10 to 15 moms.
Wow. Wow. Look at God. Look,
Yes.
look how far that you have come. And this is only we're in the month of April.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
amazing. That's amazing. So didn't you write a couple of books as well?
Yes. I wrote a children's book called What About Me? That launched January of 2019. And in the book, the character David, he's not diagnosed yet, but it's his first time going to an early childhood center. And in the illustrations by Reginald Byers, who is from Philadelphia as well, it kind of tells the story through the pictures of what the mom is experiencing, taking her child the first time to school, him being nonverbal, and then the staff not knowing how to interact with the child because he is nonverbal. And then they call in an advocate to come in, which I'm the character. And they call a child advocate to come in to observe him and see how we can implement strategies for the parent as well as for the school, and for him to gain access to feeling comfortable and being involved in his environment. So it's a short read, but the pictures and everything definitely tells the story.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's thinking outside the box and trying to make your child feel as comfortable as you can. Because, tell us somewhat what a life is like in the day of a child that is autistic. And I know a lot of autistic children have their own gifts. I remember when I was in nursing school and I was working for Bayada Pediatric. And one child I had, his name was August, and I loved August. August didn't speak, but August sang. So when I would go and see him, of course, I would take care of him. I would clothe him. I would bathe him. I would feed him because his mother had 3 other kids that she was taking care of. So I would take him out to the park and everything. And, we would go to the mall, and August would hold my hand and he would just sing. And he would just sing. And him and we just had such a connection. I would take him to the playground, and like a mother, when he was playing, the children knew that he was a little different. And I was just waiting. I was like, I hope one of these children don't say anything to him or be mean to him, because I'm instantly going to jump in there and intervene with the parents and educate them and that's the whole thing. Educating the parents that do not have autistic children and educating the public, letting them know, just because you see something different does not mean that that child doesn't have something special. So tell us, like I said, the day in the life of an autistic parent dealing with an autistic child.
Well, I know because I partner with a lot of parents who are starting their own businesses and getting the awareness out. A few of them is Jamila, Thomasina, Jasmine, and they're doing amazing jobs, making sure that they're getting the awareness about autism out to the community. So just, with them sharing their information and sharing their stories, and then being at the table as a special instructor, like I said before, from diagnosis, it is very stressful and challenging, especially if you don't know what autism is and what characteristics and that it plays in your child's development. A few children, everyone, most children on the autism spectrum is, like Felicia said, it's unique. So it's you could have a child that's nonverbal. You could have a child that's really, really gifted where they're reading at age 2. You can have a child where they're, as far as social, emotional, and interacting with other people, they may shy away. And they may, some people might see it as, oh, they're shy or they're really quiet, but sometimes you don't know what's going on the inside of them, where it could be some sensory issues where they just don't feel comfortable about being around other people. So each child individually has their own different characteristics. You may see some children that may spin. You may see some children that flare their arms. So it's all different characteristics for them. But one thing I always say is, you find that gift in them. Like Felicia was sharing with August, he liked to sing. And so you find that gift, and that's how you relate to them. And then once you relate to them, then they'll start feeling comfortable with you. And once they feel comfortable with you, then they can move forward and start having a rapport with that person.
Yeah, because I would sing with August. Him and I would sing. We're walking through the mall. He's singing. I'm singing. People are looking. But the good part was people in the mall knew about August because he loved the Build-A-Bear store. So he would go in there, anything to keep him busy. So they knew about him. And, it was just a great experience. I miss him. I really do. So we are at the half an hour mark. I told you that half an hour goes quickly, right? So I want to show you a little video that LVonne had put together to give you an idea of what's going on in her world with Advocate for Me and some of the children. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is awesome. I love that video. It showed, and I love those t-shirts. I'm my advocate. I'm advocate for my child. Did I say that right?
I am my child's advocate.
Okay. I had to put my glasses on so I could read. But I love that, and it shows some of your books and everything like that, which is awesome. So tell me, what is it? And I saw this message and I wasn't able to read it because I was talking, but Diane, definitely LVonne will connect with you. They're ambassadors of hope. She's doing some great things in her organization. She has hooked up with quite a few of my guests and have started some collaborations with them. So make sure at the end of this stream that you put your contact information in the comments so you guys can connect. So tell me, what is on the horizon for you guys? What are you working on for Advocate for Me? What's coming down the pike that we can look forward to?
So we have a few projects that we're working on. One, my son, you saw him in the video, the child with the feeding tube. So he's actually working on his own children's book called Jordan's Journey to tell his story about having a feeding tube. And then my daughter, with her watching me start a business, she wanted to start a business as well. So we teamed up and we started Jada's Tiny Travelers. So we're going to be working on some projects to put some traveling packages together for families who have children with special needs. And then again, the inclusive after school program, we're just, watching and monitoring with the restrictions and everything. But once the schools start opening back up, some will be able to offer the after school program to students in West Philadelphia. And then I think that's about it for right now. I'm
That's
busy
a
doing
lot.
finance.
That's a
And
lot.
then I'm
That's it for right now. That's a lot. A
then
lot of things are going on. So I know you guys are being as safe as you can, as far as keeping it a sterile place, a clean place, safe for the children and everything. So I think, didn't you have an event there? Something where I saw where the kids had capes and they had
uh,
costumes and stuff. Tell us about that. I thought that was fun.
so for when we got the keys, once we started getting furniture and everything, we did a family photo shoot. So one of the moms, Shantae, she wrote a book called Echo Boy and ABC Girls. So she donated some of the capes. So some of the kids were had the capes on in the photo shoot. So yeah, that was our first event that we had here at the location.
Yeah, because I remember I saw something and I think I saw pictures from that, which was adorable, you know. So now, are you doing Advocate for Me by yourself? Do you have a team that works with you? So tell us, how you're bringing all of this together.
Well, I'm the Lone Ranger. I do consult with I tease my youngest brother because every time I go, whether it's to look for a location or to invest in an opportunity or a project for the business, I call my younger brother Anthony, so I call him the advisory board.
Oh my God.
And he gives me his feedback, and even down to the t-shirts with the logos. I'm like, what you think about this? Even down to our actual logo, I was like, what you think about this? When I did the logo for Advocate for Me, each color represents a different disability. It represents a disability or a special healthcare need. So and when you look at the logo, it's like different colors, so each one brings awareness to each special healthcare need or disability. So I went down, asking him like, what do you think of this? He's like, oh, that's cool. So he gives me his feedback. And then pretty much my 8-year-old, she gives me ideas, like with the traveling. And so just, getting feedback from my little team of family members. But
Right.
I'm looking forward to building a team. I did just hire a virtual assistant, and we actually met each other through another entrepreneurship program. But she's definitely helping me. And then I just hired someone to do our newsletter. So we're slowly but surely building a team, and I'm excited for what 2021 is moving forward. And we hired our attorney and accountant. So I'm taking all those business classes and taking all that information in so that we can move forward and be as positive as we can for the families.
And it's nice to hear that some of that advice I gave you, you're actually taking.
Yes.
Which I had
Yes.
no doubt that you would, I mean, like I said, my heart, my husband and I, we haven't had PWNC long, and it's been a little over 3 years. And every year we try to do a fundraiser for causes that we believe in. So last year we did it for the animals. The year before that, we did Bringing Hope Home, women with cancer, breast cancer, different things like that. So I'm thinking this year to do something for the children. So there are 3 organizations that I am very passionate about. Yours is one of them. We had Trinity Jardeo. She was on here. Hers is another one. And Ashley, hers is another one. She also deals with children. So we're thinking about doing something this year, some type of fundraiser for your 3 organizations. So I will keep you posted. Hopefully we can raise some great money to give to you guys to help your cause across the board. But I think you just convinced me and sealed it for me as far as what we want to do as far as a fundraiser this year. So, I'm just excited for you. I'm excited for everything that you're doing. The kids are very blessed to have an organization like yours, and the families. Now, are you on Clubhouse as well?
I just started my logo and going on. I'm still learning it, but I am on
Okay.
it.
Okay. Because Clubhouse is great. I think you were talking about Jamila, right?
Yes, yes.
I know she does a lot of things on Clubhouse for her organization, and she has been able to get some sponsors and all types of things. So I think that's a great place for you to be.
Yes, just finding the time.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
know.
definitely looking
I
forward
know,
to
I
it.
know. Yes, because you just don't only have your son, you have what, two other children, you said?
I have my son and my daughter. So my son is 13 and then my daughter is 8. And then my son is going into high school. This is his last year. So now balancing that. And then I also do financial planning for families. So just balancing, the
Wow.
time.
I don't know how you do it all. I mean, I'm exhausted listening to you, and I don't have any children, so I don't know how you do it. But you know what? That's a strong mom. I mean, women, we've been doing these things all our
Mhm.
life, and obviously, you must had a good role model in your life. So, who's the role model? Tell us about the role model.
So my grandmas, both my grandmas and my mom, but definitely my maternal grandmother, she helped raise us. And she actually, I had started another business called Marie Morgan Educational Center, which I had
Hmm.
named after her. And she only went to like the 5th grade in school.
Hmm.
And then when she was helping raising us, she lost her eyesight due to diabetes. So I used to read to her, and we used to do math together at the table. So just everything that she instilled in me, between whether it was going to church and being positive. I remember when I was younger, she used to make me get up there and do Maya Angelou poems, and just and I think that was probably my first speaking gig, like not even noticing it, but
Right.
definitely she was instilling in me stuff that I didn't even know I had in me. And then just that rapport that I had with children, who was always different in school. And
Hmm.
that's the one thing that I never paid attention to until now. I'm like, maybe, some of them kids that I was playing with when we were younger, they might have had autism, and I just didn't know. I was just friendly and respectful to everybody. So I definitely would say my grandparents and my mom.
Yeah, it's definitely your calling. It's your calling, Like you said, you don't know when you're young because sometimes children can be cruel, and it's not intentionally, but we're always afraid of things that are different from us. And if a child sees a child maybe that don't speak and they're supposed to be of age, or like my little boy August, who sang and didn't talk, or they really don't understand that. And that's why it's even more important to have organizations like yours to educate us all. There's a lot of friends that I know that have autistic children. A lot of them are involved in causes, they're involved in organizations, and they just like to make the public more aware of, there are other parents out there like you who you can connect with and have a community with. Because I can imagine, the worst thing in the world is when you're out in public and your child has a meltdown. That is the worst thing, because there is nothing that you can do to get them back into that place. Sometimes you just have to remove them from the situation altogether. I remember I was with August one time, and he was in Build-A-Bear with me, and it was a sound that went off, and it said he went running out the store into the mall. Now I'm running after this child. First of all, I'm scared to death because he's not my child. He's in my care. I don't want him to get hurt. And he just ran out of the store and he just took off. And I'm running, and I don't want to say stop him, because somebody goes to try and grab him. That's going to set him off even more. So he finally ended up running to the mall, had a carousel in it, and he ran over to the carousel and he sat there, and that is where I found him. But I had to take him out of the mall and bring him outside, bring him into the car until he calmed down, because I knew he was having a meltdown. So that can be also very taxing on the parent, because instantly you get people looking at you, and it's like, well, what's going on? They're thinking in their mind, oh, that's just a bad child, but they don't understand. So, and of course, I'm preaching to the choir. I don't have to tell you that, because I'm sure with your son, there have been days like that where you don't know what's going to set them off, and then how long it's going to take to get them back to a place that's comfortable for them. So what is your son's special talent? I know he has one.
So well, now that he's a teenager, it's more just video games now.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, it's just video games, and he likes to read books. So just
Oh.
yeah. So those are the two that he likes to do now, and especially with COVID, with being in the house all the time.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping up. But before we do, I am going to be bringing up your website here. I want you to tell people how we can get in contact with you, how they can get in contact with you to find out all the things that you're doing, your events that's coming up, your handle for Clubhouse. If mothers want to get, or fathers, families want to get on there and support you there. So let us know how we can get in contact with you.
So you definitely can reach us at our website, which is https //lmadvocateforme.com. We are also on Facebook under Advocate for Me LLC with the number 2, because there
Yeah,
is
I
one.
found that out. There's another one.
There's an Advocate for Me in Australia. So when you type it in, just make sure it has the number 2, and you'll see me and my daughter's picture with the children's book. And then I'm also on Twitter under LVonne McMillan and Advocate for Me. I'm on Instagram under Advocate for Me _L McMillan, and Clubhouse. You might have to email me from my website, because I need to I need to know what the handle is, and I will definitely share it with you. But I do have one of the pictures that you did see at the end of the video. I have a team of coaches that were working on a coaching program for special needs moms. So I have a mental health therapist who will be working on mental clarity. Myself, I'll be working on advocating and organizing and balancing your life. I have a holistic healer. She does an amazing job with the hula hoop, and they'll be doing hula hoop dancing and
Wow.
everything. And then I also have a health and fitness coach. So I started that because before the pandemic, I thought of it, and then once the pandemic hit, I'm like, we definitely got to make sure we're reaching out to the moms so that they have an outlet.
Right.
So we were going to launch it in February, but then I was in 20 different areas, so we're definitely will be launching that soon. So just be on the lookout for that. That's one of when you say that's my baby right there, because
Yeah.
as parents, on that on that airplane, they tell you to put your mask on first and
Yep.
then put your kids' mask on. So just making sure that we're being able to help the moms so that they'll be able to advocate and have a holistic lifestyle with their families.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So guys, you have LVonne's information. You guys know how to get in contact with her. I just want to again thank you for all that you're doing for families, all that you're doing for the children. I can't wait to support you even more in what it is that you're doing and spread the word all about everything that's going on. So before we leave, I just want to remind you guys about the events that PWNC has coming up. So I just want to bring this up for you. Hold on, let me bring this up. Sorry about that. Okay, so our first event is going to be tomorrow night. You see, that's Fran McNeil. She's going to be coming to presenting. Her topic is going to be soar into the second quarter with a strategic partner. So for businesses, right now we are in our second quarter. So if you need help as far as a strategic plan or how to go about the second quarter to win in your business, this is the webinar that you definitely want to sign up for. It's $10 for you to come and get some great content. Fran McNeil, she's the Education Services Director for the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business over at Community College of Philadelphia. So I do believe she does know what she's talking about. She is going to be doing a 3-series workshop for us. The next one will be in May, and then the next one will be in June, as you see there. After that, we have our next workshop coming up, which will be Aaliyah. Aaliyah is going to be doing an amazing workshop on Facebook advertising basics. So for all of you that use Facebook for your business or to look for new business and you want to know how to place a correct Facebook ad Aaliyah is your young lady. She is a social media strategist. She did our beautiful new website, which I'm very happy about. She does most of our trainings with the social media, and that is going to be on April 29th. That is in the evening, like Fran's is in the evening. So for those of you who do have a job and you're entrepreneurs, you will be able to attend. So that's from 6 to 7, and the price of that is $10. So hopefully you guys will be able to come. And then last but least, that person, I think I know them. That is me. We have a partnership now with Temple Small Business Development Center. And next month, actually, this is on a Saturday. So if you, working parents will be able to attend, everybody will be able to attend. I made it 11 because I don't get out of bed before 10 on the weekends. So don't even ask me. So this is from 11 to 12. And I am going to be training on video marketing. So getting on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, all those things that are important now, especially because we are in a pandemic. So you want to be front and center. You want to get your business out there. This is the webinar for you. Again, it's free. I'll put all the links I'll put one link, which is the event page for our new website. So you can go on there and look at all the things that's going to be coming down the pike. You'll get a chance to look on our website and see what it is that we are doing. So LVonne, again, thank you. We're getting ready to head on out. I appreciate you. Keep doing what it is that you're doing. And hold on, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone. So I hope that you got some good information today. I hope that LVonne inspired you with what it is that she's doing in her organization, in her business. Make sure that you guys support her. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday to see who it is that we have to talk about their business and to let you guys know what it is that they're doing in their business. So I am getting ready to say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Make sure you come back next Tuesday at 12:30 on Unapologetically Me. Bye, guys.